You know, it's the classic paradox, right? You can spend months on a language app, build this huge vocabulary, and then you're totally frozen when it's time to say hello to an actual person. Well, today we're going to figure out exactly why that happens. I mean, if you've ever felt that massive gap between knowing words and actually speaking, you are definitely not alone. And hey, before we really dive in, if you enjoy stories like this one, please go ahead and follow the channel and share this. It's a huge help for this page to grow, and it lets me keep making more stories for you. Okay, so learning a language, it turns out it's not really about collecting a bunch of words. It's about building a bridge. And for this one man, Leo, the whole journey started with a really simple, really human moment he saw in a park. So just picture this. It's a warm afternoon, you've got that nice city buzz in the background, and there's Leo, totally tuned into a podcast. But then a different sound cuts through. It's a grandfather and his little grandson just chatting away in Spanish, and it sounds like a beautiful, easy song. Now, Leo doesn't get the words, not at all, but he gets the feeling, the laughter, that bond. And in that 1 second, he just wants to be a part of it.
So what does he do? He goes home and downloads an app. And bam, just like that, all of that warm human feeling is gone. Instead, he's got these cold mechanical drills. He's not talking to anyone, he's just collecting bricks, and he has absolutely no clue how to build anything with them.
And here's the first brick. Yo hablo. I speak. He says it over and over and over. It's a fact, sure. But who's he talking to? The wall? Then comes the second brick. Tú hablas. You speak. Okay, so now there are two people in his head. But here's the thing. They aren't talking to each other. They're just announcing facts into the void. This isn't a conversation. It feels like some weird robot monologue. And then another one. Yo camino. I walk. Great. So now he can give a play-by-play of his own life to himself. But he's still completely trapped inside his own head.
He even gets to the point where he can make a perfect sentence. Yo camino todos los días. But it just feels so empty, lifeless, and this nagging thought starts to creep in. Did I make a huge mistake? Is this really all there is to it?
But then, after hours and hours of this grinding, something clicks. It's like a tiny light switches on. Leo stops seeing individual bricks. He starts to see the blueprint. And it hits him. He hasn't just been collecting words. He's been gathering the tools to build something real, to build a bridge. And you can see how it all fits together. First, you get the verbs, the action words. Then you learn the questions. Those are the keys that unlock everything. And finally, you make connections. You get the words for your world, like mi casa, my house. It's like a little 3-step formula for starting a real conversation. And this is where the magic really happens. See, he's not just talking about his world anymore. He's learning the words for their world. He's literally building that bridge piece by piece from my over to your. So what's the secret sauce holding it all together? It's that grammar term we all hated in school, conjugation. But it's not just some boring rule, you see. It's the actual engineering that lets you turn a messy pile of word bricks into a real structure, something that can actually carry a conversation from me to you. So, a few weeks go by. Leo's back in that exact same park. And, wouldn't you know it, there he is, the grandfather. Leo's heart just starts hammering in his chest. This is it. All those hours, all those boring drills, it all comes down to this one single moment. He takes a deep breath. He starts walking over. That first brick is always the heaviest, isn't it? Disculpe, senor. The bridge is started.
The man looks up, and he's got this kind smile. He says just one simple word. See? But then, in that split second, the fear rushes in. The comfort of English is calling his name. And he actually uses his new language to ask for an escape hatch. ¿Usted habla inglés?
The man just smiles gently. Un poquito. A little. And then he does something amazing. He reaches out. He offers Leo a way across, building the bridge from his side now. ¿Usted hablas español? And you, do you speak Spanish? And this is it. This is the gap. It's the moment of choice. He can back away to the safety of what he already knows, and that whole bridge just crumbles. Or he can jump.
And he jumps. He puts his trust in this wobbly, totally imperfect, brand new bridge he's made. And he uses the very first bricks he ever learned. Sí, yo hablo un poquito de español.
The man's smile, it's just everything. It's huge and it's real. And looking at that smile, Leo finally gets it. He sees the truth. All those verb drills, the grammar charts, the endless mind-numbing repetition, that was never the real point. That was all just the raw material. The real lesson wasn't about grammar. It was about finding the guts to lay down that first terrifying brick. Because when it all comes down to it, that's what those 9 hours or 900 hours are really for. It's not about being perfect. It's about earning a moment just like this. It's about taking a chance, stepping onto a bridge, no matter how shaky it feels, and finding another person waiting on the other side. Fluency isn't perfection, it's connection. If this story moved you, or maybe made you think a little differently, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And please follow the channel for more stories just like this.